you dump trash in oceans, urinate in oceans, defecate in oceans, or put dangerous things in oceans. For now, when you have went for a vacation on the beach, like you want to, you're from eating something that was in a Polten bag, now you want to throw it somewhere, you're too lazy, let's say the trash can is here, and for you, you're like here, you don't want to move from that place, so you just, and you're near the ocean. So you just go near the ocean and dump it when you see the lifeguard is too busy. And when you throw trash in the oceans, it may affect the aquatic animals living in the oceans. For example, fish, sharks, dolphins, jellyfish, and many others.
Excuse me, jellyfish are under fish.
No, but
she said types of fish.
But they are under fish.
But she said types of fish. It means jellyfish is also a type.
Okay.
Thank you.
Next question. It goes to you, my co-host again. What affects the environment? The things that destroy our environment. Give an example of them.
The examples that affect the environment, like air pollution, water pollution, deforestation, bush burning, and so many others. For example, water pollution. When you are near the lake, and then you are from eating something, or maybe there's rubbish around you, and now for you you have to first move a distance to go to the rubbish pit. Now for you say, then you say, let me just throw them there. It will lead to, it may kill the aquatic animals in the water, like fish, crocodiles, and many others.
Or like if you have thrown the rubbish in the river or lake, some people might come to fetch water, and the rubbish might deaden the water, and when they boil the water, it might, you find when they boil the water, they are rushing, they have something to do, and they don't mind on the water, so they don't cook it well. When they drink it, they get sick.
And also when you defecate in the lakes, someone might come, like for you are sick of diarrhea, you come and defecate in the lakes, like you're too badly off and the toilet is fine, you defecate in the lakes, and then after someone who wants to drink water comes and fetches in the lake, takes home, doesn't boil it, and then drinks, also that person will get sick of diarrhea. So it's not good to dump rubbish in the lake or rivers or somewhere else.
Thank you for that amazing answer. Next speaker, can you give us your answer? About what things affect the environment?
For example, deforestation, air pollution, and so many others. Like deforestation, this makes soil erosion happen and animals lose their homes.
So what you mean, like...
Excuse me, may you please explain more about your point? Some other viewers might not understand. You explain more about it. It's like as if you gave a direct answer.
Okay. Like deforestation, some people can come cut down trees and it may cause floods, and some animals...
Excuse me. How does it cause floods?
Like rain, you know, trees are windbreakers.
Or windbreaks.
So the rain may come and there is no tree, so it may cause floods.
Are you trying to say floods or soil erosion?
Oh, soil erosion and floods. Okay, like they go on this. Okay, like for them, if trees are not there, the environment can get destroyed.
Okay, like you're saying floods. Now when the rain comes, it takes the soil. It doesn't stay in one place. It keeps on taking the soil on a high speed. But why did she say floods?
But she said floods. But for you, you're talking about soil erosion. You must go on the same point as she's talking about.
Okay, you may continue. Excuse me, may you please mean business?
Continue.
Like water pollution. For example,
Please continue the point that you were talking about.
Deforestation.
If you have talked about it and you have reached in the middle, some of our dear viewers may not understand what you meant. It's not good to leave a point in the middle. You must continue it until you finish it.
Okay, sorry. Repeat the question.
What affects the environment?
Deforestation, water pollution, and many others. Like for example, a person has come with his eats and throws there near the lake.
Is that deforestation?
No, I said water pollution.
But I told you
To continue with your
to finish your point.
For deforestation.
Deforestation. This makes deforestation.
Begin from where you had stopped.
But she might not understand where she might stop.
This-
It's better she repeats the whole point.
This makes soil erosion happen and animals lose their homes. Like for example, a person can come, cut down trees and don't replace it. So
Them not it. If you like a person cuts down like 35 trees, cannot just plant one tree.
this may deforestation. This hey, people, you are confusing. Come.
Just repeat the whole point if you
For example, deforestation. This makes soil erosion happen and make
So erosion, erosion.
soil erosion happen and
Erosion, not erosion.
leave me alone. This makes
If
soil
someone is-
erosion happen
Excuse
and
me.
makes
Excuse me.
When someone is trying to correct you, you don't ignore.
Now
But they said the correct word.
You said erosion.
deforestation. This makes soil erosion happen and animals lose their homes. For example, some people can come, cut down trees and don't replace them. So when rain comes, there is no tree, it may cause soil erosion. Running water may come and sweep off soil erosion. Thank you.
Next speaker. What can you give your points about how the environment can get affected?
The environment can get affected by habitat destruction.
So
What I mean is like people, they don't know that an animal is, let's say in the tree there is a squirrel. It's living there, so it has went to collect food for winter. Now the person who comes to collect wood does not know that there is a squirrel living in that tree, and gets his saw and cuts off that tree, and the squirrel might lose its habitat. My next point is overfishing. If you overfish, like for example,
How does overfishing
I'm still explaining.
Excuse me. How does overfishing affect the environment?
She's going to explain it, so you should first keep quiet. She explains it, then you may ask your questions.
So overfishing, let's say a fisherman has went to get fish. So he almost takes the whole river, the whole lake of, he takes a half of the fish which are in that lake, and less fish remain there, and it might affect also people. It might affect the surrounding. Also, people, for them, they also need fish, so they go to collect there. They find that there's little fish remaining, and they just take one, and then there will be less number of fish in a country, and people might lack fish because fish is a food value of proteins, and people might get less proteins. But there are still some food values that also have proteins, but also fish is supposed to be there. Thank you.
Excuse me, you say that there might be less fish in the water body, and then the people come and they take only one. Is it a must they should take only one, yet there are still fish in in the water?
Some people they think about others.
Other people who are behind them. It's not just if you take all of them, it means you are selfish. You like everything. You don't think about the others.
Excuse me, but at least you can take two only. You only take two, you also leave others.
Imagine if there's less fish in the lake, and
like there are 10 only fish. There are 10 fish remaining,
and there are many people behind you. Like there is a line like from here up to like Buhinga. Now, if you tell me if you pick two fish, what will others get? When they beat you up and they kill you.
Next. But doesn't mean that they kill you from there.
But how
can you fight for food?
That shows selfishness.
Yes, you can. Can't you see, if you take like two fish, it shows that, like for example, as my guest said, if there are like 10 fish remaining and you take
and there are 20 people.
Now how will they get?
Or maybe they take a half of the fish and leave others. Or they collect all of them, they cut them into two halves, and each one gets to pick one half.
Maybe if they can decide like a community, one person, like the chairperson can collect all those fish and take them to the community, and they prepare them all at once. Then they call those people people
like food.
Yes, and then they give them, like, if even they have cooked matoke, like that.
Okay.
Next question goes to you, my co-host. What can children do to become one of the environmental champions?
By organizing a small group of children, which encourages the old people not to carry out things like bush burning, deforestation, and many others. They can also they can also tell them the dangers of deforestation and bush burning. For example, if you burn all bushes and cut down all trees, the animals will lack where to stay, or it will lead to death of animals. Like for example, when I say, as one of the guests said, that the squirrel might be living in the tree, and then for you come and cut it down. So it will, when you keep on cutting them down and there are squirrels in the trees, you will keep on, the squirrels will keep on losing their habitats. And also, it leads to air.
As my guest said, if there is a squirrel living in a tree, like if you have like that tree exactly, and the other trees are like too far, that tree which has a squirrel is living near your house. And then when you cut it down, like there are many trees, also them they have animals. And then you cut them down. So what you mean, like when soil erosion comes, it will also destroy your house?
Yes, it may also destroy the house because the tree is living near your house, and then a lot of fast flowing water may come, and then it sweeps all the it sweeps
You
the
might find you're living in a hunt.
in a hut, not in a hunt.
A hut.
I was still explaining my point. It also leads to air pollution. When like you are bush burning, the air will
Excuse
get.
me, they are saying how can children become environmental champions?
Yes, I'm still explaining. Like when when you carry out bush burning, the air is going to get polluted. It will contaminate the oxygen, and when we breathe in that air, we may get sick of some diseases like lung cancer. So, as children, we should always encourage old people. We should always encourage old people to stop carrying out things like deforestation and bush burning, and also we should tell our parents to help us in encouraging other people. Thank you.
You're welcome. So, Miss Raina, can you give us your answers about what children can do to become one of the environmental champions?
Children can become environmental champions by reducing, reusing, and recycling. What I mean is, like when they find trash, there are some dustbins that have signs of reducing, recycling, and reusing. So they can make like dustbins for recycling, reusing, and reducing. And they tell people to put, like for example, they tell people to put papers here. The metallic things in here, and the glass things in another dustbin, so it can. For example, when people are collecting trash, some can be reused, like for example bottles. Now they have to make a trash bin where they can put the bottles, so the truck comes and collects those things that can be reused and take them to the factory, and they make new things out of them instead of making other things that can be tiresome.
Thank you for that amazing answer. So, Miss Jennifer, can you give us like 2 or 3 components of the environment? Components. Yes.
Can you simplify components?
Like
Okay.
things which are in the environment.
Which need to make the environment clean. Is that it correct?
Yes, you can maybe give types or examples.
Of the things that I use to clean the environment.
I have my direct question. Why does she need to change my question?
They're asking you the things that can be used to clean the environment.
Like brooms?
Is a broom a component?
Excuse me, our dear guest. Stop confusing Miss Jennifer. You are meaning the things which are used to clean the environment, yet they're asking for the components of the environment.
What do I mean by the components? The living things that make up the environment.
Those are plants and animals.
Can you explain?
Plants are a group of things that some plants are a source of firewood, some plants are a source of food. And animals, we can get an animal and make it and cook it. After cooking it, and we eat.
Thank you for that amazing answer. Let us go for a commercial break, and we come back and we talk about many things about the environment. So, Miss Reina, Can you give us components of the environment?
So the components of the environment are lakes, oceans, forests, and
Excuse me, Miss Jennifer, if you are for to speak, you speak on a loud voice so that I can hear you. Speak up what you want.
So the components of the environment are forests, lakes, rivers, oceans, and many others. So the forests, they make up the environment like trees. A forest is a group of trees living together. So the forests make up the environment because we need trees so we can get food, breathe well, and also to prevent soil erosion. Thank you.
Let us go for a commercial break, and then after that we shall come back and talk about many things about the environment. Stay tuned.
Fort TV, Ikara Osemerirwe.
Africa is full of stories of culture, creativity, and connection. Now, Afromobile brings these authentic African stories to your screen wherever you are. From your phone to your TV, to your desktop or laptop, to your tablet, with the all-new Afromobile, enjoy these stories uninterrupted, streaming anytime, anywhere, and on any smart device. Locally locked in with live events, TV, radio, movies, exclusives, and on-demand shows and more. Afromobile is your getaway to the Pearl and the whole of Africa. Search and download Afromobile from your app store today and immerse yourself in the stories shaping us today. Afromobile, authentic African stories.
Fort TV, Ikara Osemerirwe. Fort TV.
Yeah, greetings to the world. I don't know it's a regional real and proper Mr. Benny Gunter straight out of Gunter City to the world now. Watching Fort TV. Make sure so you keep it locked in.
Stay entertained.
Hey, pata pata pasa, rumba rumba rumba, apat together. Bana bana bato abaya sekiye nkoko, nawe sara jangu tugende turambule nkoko za jajja.
Sijakenda omukulu wanambuza nti where have you been? I don't know
head. Sipolingi, my father, lumbembe, simula head. Simula head. Omuchele n'ennyama olyawo.
Muchele n'enkoko. Kawunga. Ice cream. Tuta. Commando.
Okay. Soda. Come tomorrow and get a bottle of soda. If you're happy and you know, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know, and you really want to show. If you're happy and you know, say I am. Face to face, back to back. Face to face, back to back. Mukoye. Mukoye. Kodina, wakachancha kodina. Biringisa bina lyange, nze mbiringisa bina lyange, wakachancha kodina. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Ze tuli embatento, etumanyi kubala nga tuddamu, ebibiri satu nnya, tano mukaaga musanvu munaana, mwenda ne kkumi. Domina, Super Sana, Big Boys and Clever Girls. Domina, Super Sana, Big Boys, Clever Girls. Statue again, statue again, statue. Jump, jump, jump. Jump, jump, jump. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, give me bump. Bump. Again, you bump. Bump.
Welcome back from this short break. I am your host still. Our topic today is still how children can become environmental champions. We have so far talked about the definition of the environment, what affects the environment, and what children can do to become one of them. And we have also talked about the components of the environment. Let me hand over to my co-host to talk about the things that you are going to talk about.
Okay, my name is Ahereza Martha Elizabeth. I am still your today's co-host. We are going to talk about types of environment, importance of the environment, how do we maintain our environment, what are champions, characteristics of a champion, what are the 3 qualities of a champion, what is champion behavior, and lastly, who are the environmental champions today. And I'm going to tell you how to watch this show. You can download us on Google Play Store or App Store. You can also watch us on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Afromobile, and many others. Thank you.
So, let me start with Miss Reina. Can you give us the types of the environment? We have 2 types of the environment. If you could give us one of them and you explain it.
We have the natural environment. So the natural environment is for example, the trees that grow on their own, and thank you.
Can you explain more about the natural environment?
So the natural environment There are the trees that grow on their own and many others that grow on their own, and when the natural trees, they are hard, and also they are not planted by man. And also the grass that goes on their own, sometimes they are called weeds. And the weeds, they mostly affect the crops planted by farmers. Thank you.
You're welcome. So, Miss Jennifer, can you give us another type of the environment?
Planted. Another what?
Type of the environment.
Natural environment. Natural environment are things that
Excuse me, Miss Jennifer, that type was already given by our dear guest, Miss Reina.
Maybe Miss Jennifer does not know another type. So maybe she has that same type but different explanation.
Okay.
I was still on
So you were talking about the natural environment.
natural environment are things that grow on their own. Some plants, like some flowers, grow on their own. Plants, like for example, weeds that affect our crops in our gardens. Those are examples. Thank you.
You're welcome. So, my dear co-host, can you give us the importance of the environment? How is the environment important to us people?
The environment provides essential resources and conditions for life to thrive and interact. Like for example, one of the resources we have like water, time, clothes, and many others. The environment provides us with water, like for example the lakes. They contain water which helps us to get it when in need. You can go in the lake, you fetch some water, you first boil it so that you cannot get sick of diseases. You boil it, if you want to drink it, you drink. If you want to bathe, you bathe. Thank you.
You're welcome. So, Miss Jennifer, could you explain how some of our dear viewers there outside can maintain our environment?
By planting trees, planting flowers so our environment can be beautiful.
Can you give us another point? And maybe if you don't have another point, you can explain that one that you have given. You can explain about how plants can help in our environment, the flowers.
The flowers make our environment beautiful. Plants give us food. Like when you plant your maize, after growing, you go there and harvest it, after cook it and eat it. Thank you.
So, Miss Reina, can you also give us your answers about how we can maintain our environment?
We can maintain our environment by watering crops, organizing teams to clean up the roads, the compounds, and many others. Thank you.
You're welcome. So, my dear co-host, can you give us the percentage? To which percentage is the environment affected?
The environment is affected to 85%. We have less people who help in conserving the environment. For example, children. Some of the children have informed other children advantages of conserving the environment. For example, you can conserve the environment by picking rubbish along the roads, by cleaning lakes and rivers, and so many others. You can also help to conserve the environment by encouraging other people not to carry out deforestation, bush burning, and so many others. Thank you.
You're welcome. So, Miss Jennifer, can you give the definition of what are the champions?
Champions are environmental champions or champions?
Environmental champions.
Environmental champions are environmental champions is someone who loves and takes care of the earth.
Excuse me. When you're meaning manner, you don't say is. Like for that definition, you say environmental champions are not environmental champions is.
Environmental champions are people who love and take care of the environment. For example, planting trees and flowers.
Can you explain more about your point?
Like planting trees, it helps us to control floods and soil erosion. Thank you.
You're welcome. So, my dear co-host, can you give us your explanation about the definition of what are champions?
Champions are individuals who demonstrate great courage, skill, and determination to support a cause or inspire others. For example, the champions, like when you win, maybe the football match or something else, you know, you can, like some of the football players might have done some mistakes. So when you observe those mistakes, you can also learn from them, and you have discipline. You can also demonstrate great courage by, like when you, for example, if you lose, you encourage more people that even though they join, they will win. You encourage them so they can also join, and when that courage, it will increase on their courage which they already have to win. And thank you.
You're welcome. So, Miss Jennifer, can you give us the characteristics of a champion? What a champion must do to make people know that he or she is a champion of the environment?
By sharing information, by telling your friends to not dispose human waste in, for example, dams, lakes, and so many others.
Excuse me, Miss Jennifer, some of the viewers may not understand human wastes. What do you mean by human wastes?
Like for example, you are sick of diarrhea and you are very badly off, and the toilet is very far, so you deodorate near the lake. So when the rain falls, it will sweep those
Excuse
things
me,
and
does the rain sweep or wash away?
wash away and takes them in the lake. And another person comes comes with his or her cup, cuts the water and drink without boiling. So it may cause that person may get sick of diarrhea.
Thank you for that amazing answer. So, Miss Reina, my dear co-host, can you give us the duties of a champion?
To be effective, champions need the freedom and support to solve problems and allocate resources. This doesn't mean they need unchecked power, but they should be high enough in the organization and trusted enough by leadership to act without getting bogged down in layers of approval. For example, when you're a champion, you need to get the freedom, you need to get time to solve problems. Like for example, in the villages, when like someone has land, and then another person is fighting for the land. A champion, you can call a champion or some other person to solve that problem, but you cannot solve a problem like when you're solving another problem. Again, they tell you to solve another problem. That you may not solve that problem very well. And also to allocate resources. Like it means, you get water from the lakes, and water is one of the resources. So you have to encourage people not to dump wastes in the lakes, rivers, oceans, dams, and others, because people use those things for washing clothes, and there's a disease called scabies. It spreads through sharing clothes. Now, like if you go and you fetch water from there, and someone else was sick of scabies, and then that person bathes in the lake, and for you, and then you fetch that water, and then you wash the clothes with that contaminated water, and then you put it on. You get sick of scabies. Again, you share it with another person, and then all of you get sick of scabies. Thank you.
How can a person bathe in a lake?
Excuse me.
There are some people who know how to swim. You find people even playing in the lakes.
But you say in a village.
Yes, in a village. Maybe you can.
People in villages do not know how to swim. Some of them.
But they can stand on the rocks near the lake and then bathe. Don't you remember?
It was River Mpanga.
Yes, but still it
does not look like a lake.
It is like a river.
Excuse me. A lake does not flow, but a river flows.
But I said...
Excuse me, I'm talking to my guest. Honorable, Miss Reina, she was meaning River Mpanga, like it looks like a lake, but it does not. A lake does not flow, but a river flows.
But still, there are water bodies. But people can...
But she was talking to direct a lake.
But I said resources. You can get water from rivers and from lakes. You can also get them from oceans and many others.
But my guest heard you exactly. You say that lakes.
But I also mentioned rivers in my explanation.
But as you are giving that point, rivers was for another point. As you are
Excuse
giving,
me, our dear host. Still, but they are both water bodies. Both of them don't they contain water.
But
I know that the river flows and the lake just does not flow, but still they are water bodies.
Excuse me. But when she was giving that point, she was talking about the lakes. So if you can explain that point to my guest again.
About the lakes. You can be in a village. You might find like the village is near the lake. So you can go, you bathe, you move from the village, you go to the lake and you bathe. I think now you have understood my point.
You were explaining to the guest, not to me.
Okay, the guest, I think you have understood my point better.
Have you understood, my dear guest? Next question goes to Miss Reina. Can you give us the 3 qualities of a champion, the main 3 qualities? What a champion must do to make, like in a village, like that champion must be known?
So the 3 qualities of an environmental champion are: an environmental champion always cares about the environment. The environmental champion is always sets rules to protect the environment. And lastly, the environmental champion. The environmental champion is...
Let me defend my dear guest right now. Being a champion is not easy. It requires hard work, dedication, and a strong mindset. For example, if you do not work hard and study hard for the environment,
but you said the qualities.
Yes, it's also a quality. It's also a quality that a champion must have, must do hard work, must put much effort in caring about the environment and about the strong mindset. If like every time, if like for children, you want to become an environmental champion, for you, norakatunaho, kilme genda okananka, you pick some people to work for the environment, and also you pass around like in villages to pick rubbish.
Excuse me. Hati obogena come rubbish. Hati no kwara wenga tazakul.
I said you can also get
No
some
soro za abantu kuyambaho.
Baitiwo mwana muto no gena no soro za abantu bakuru. Tusakaguza tusagena na mama wao na baba wao.
I did not be direct, so I just said people. You never know what I meant. Maybe I meant children, the little ones, or the old ones.
Yes, but now all of them are in all of the categories are in people. But also,
But you are not.
But the adults are also in the people.
Excuse me.
First, wait till first finish. But also, you can also ask.
Excuse me.
You see,
Excuse
you
me.
can't do it alone as a child. Now, what if you see a broken bottle and you pick it up and it cuts you? You first
said
excuse
people.
me, please. You should go with your parents or father or.
Excuse me. I said people. You never know what is my mind. You cannot read my mind.
But still, isn't children?
I said people. Maybe you can collect a group of children. Those children go and request their parents so that they can pick rubbish around the environment.
But still, now how can you go alone? You might find you're
I
taking.
said people.
Excuse me. You might find you're going. Now for you just think it's a person in the neighborhood. When you might find he's
Don't
a
I
rob.
have friends in the
Excuse me.
village?
I'm still talking.
Excuse me. She said a group of children. That means they might be the old one, like in P7, when maybe boys,
they might be
when
my
they see the robbers, for them, boys are too strong. Some boys are too strong. You don't know what they eat. You might find they eat portion every day and they become strong. They may see the rebel, they fight that rebel, and you continue with your way.
Now
Maybe if you never heard what she said, next time use your ears properly.
I'm using my ears properly. But what I'm saying is they should go with their parents.
I said
You see, even if you go with your friend, still they can rob you together. But you should also go with adults in order to protect you.
Excuse me.
Now,
but I said people. Excuse me. First wait and I finish my point. I said people. If like you're
excuse me, first finish eating so you can talk to me.
Excuse me. Like if you're a child, you can collect a group of children. Those children go and request their parents, and also their parents can put in more effort to make their children become environmental champions.
But I'm saying they should also go with parents because to keep them safe now you're refusing.
Have you heard what I said?
Also, have you heard what I said?
My dear co-host, can you explain to her what I said?
Yes, excuse me, let me explain. She said people. Adults are among people. Sorry, my co-host meant parents. Excuse me, I'm talking. Keep quiet. You see, parents are among people. And she meant adults. You can go maybe with your father or mother. She explained to you very well that parents are among people. Even children, we are among people.
I am seeing time is going out. Let us go to another question.
Please, first, let me first finish. I'm not saying no to her answer, but I'm saying they should go with a parent to supervise them.
Next question. I think my dear guest cannot understand what I'm saying.
I said you should go.
Can you mention like 2 examples of the environmental champions today? Repeat your question. Miss Jennifer, I say, can you give us the environmental champions today? Champions.
I think I should defend her.
That's in the future.
Excuse me.
Right now.
Excuse me. My dear co-host, the guest has not yet said an answer, but for you, you're saying, let me defend her. Maybe
Okay, I've kept quiet. You may continue, please.
Children are examples
Excuse me. I said that who are the environmental champions today?
children.
Let me defend her.
Excuse me, let me.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. Let the guest first talk.
I began first.
Excuse me, please.
But let the guest talk first.
Okay.
So how many do you need?
2.
But okay. So the environmental champions today are Vanessa Nakate, Leia Namugerwa, Hilda Flavia Nakabuye, Henry Lutwama, and Dr. Gladys Kalema Zikusoka.
I think I should also say mine.
But I did not ask you that question.
I was going to defend my guest.
But the guest already defended the
Excuse
the
me,
guest.
maybe she has others.
Yes, let me also speak. One of the current, the environmental champions today, there is Madhav Gadgil, Sonia Wajajara, and Amy Bowers, Kodalis, Gabrielle Pound, and Luke Q. Sekem. Thank you.
So, thank you for watching this Kids Talk Show program. Let us send our regards to our beloved ones. I'm starting with Miss Reina.
Thank you all for watching Kids Talk Show. Stay entertained.
Miss Jennifer.
Kids Talk Show is always available on every Sunday. Stay entertained.
Of course, Kids Talk Show is one of the enjoyable shows which children can watch. Always watch them so that your children can learn more about the environment and other things. Thank you.
I send all my regards to my beloved friends, relatives. For TV, stay entertained.
Bye.
Bye.